Welcome, everybody out there in the internet, to episode 112 of Sis and Big Pop's Culture. That's right, I'm Big Pop's Todd Turner, also known as Mosaic Fan Art.
And hi, sweet friends. I am Hannah Jo, aka Sis. Together, we are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
Family and friendly.
Yay. Boo-doo.
Hannah Jo,
Yes.
tell everybody what we do here
Sweet friends.
on the hundreds.
On the hundreds. Well, as per the usual, we're going to start by chatting about nerd news to us.
The usual.
Things we think are interesting and cool. We are then going to discuss what we've been binging. Pops is going to share his pull list. And we're going to review, honestly, an excellent movie that I think everyone should watch. The Wild Robot.
Yes, Wild Robot. Very good.
Classic.
Very good. We'll talk about it. We saw it together about 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yee.
we are going to just jump right in to nerd news to us. That's right. It's the part of the podcast that makes us a timely podcast, even though we put it up whenever we darn well feel like it. First of all, I've got a bunch of news.
I have 5 pieces of news.
Well, that's probably what I got. But I've got some comic book news too.
Okay, sick. What do you want to start with?
There is a new Venom.
Okay.
So Venom is a symbiote
Yes.
that bonds with, used to be Eddie Brock,
Yes.
and then it was his son. Well, there's a new person,
Like a new Venom or a new person who becomes Venom.
a person who now
Okay.
is with the Venom symbiote, Mary Jane.
No.
Yes, which is weird because she's always hated Venom because of what she did to Peter. It's really weird because Mary Jane now isn't with Peter. She's with some dude that she met in an alternate dimension when she was stuck with him for like years and years and years, even though it was only like 2 days for Peter Parker. Anyway, one of those comic booky things. But yeah, she's a new Venom.
It's giving Fitzsimmons in a different universe with Hydra guy.
Yeah, but Mary Jane's not mean. Fitzsimmons was mean. Wait, Simmons was mean. Or Fitz. Because one of them is named Fitz and one of them
he
Simmons.
becomes mean in an alternate reality that doesn't actually exist.
Right, that's true. But it did exist in an alternate reality.
Lame. I
So
skipped that season.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be an interesting take on it. And
Interesting.
yeah, so there you go. That was like my last piece, but I just whipped it out first.
Perfect.
What do you got, Hannah?
Okay. Did you see the trailer for the movie coming out called Audrey's Children?
No.
Okay.
I'm one of Audrey's children.
You are. You're one of Audra's children.
Yeah, but people used to call her Audrey, which was
really?
weird. I never knew why, yeah.
Okay, so Audrey's
What is this
Children,
trailer about?
I need you to know that I'm actually excited about this movie. So it's starring Natalie Dormer, who's an actress that I like. I like her. It is based on the true story of a pediatric oncologist who creates and launches the first ever Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, well, now that might be cool.
And
Yeah.
so it's called Audrey's Children because she calls the patients that she takes care of. So oncology is
children.
cancer. So she's like, we are not taking care of my children.
Oh,
Good
okay,
enough.
Gotcha.
And so the whole thing is her like essentially being like, I don't give 2 flips about your red tape.
Yeah.
Like is what the commercial looks like. And
Red
she
tape's terrible.
seems when was this? This was like when is this supposed to take place? I'm Googling it. Because the costuming is so interesting. Yeah, it's I don't know when this is 1969.
Okay.
And she's a British
born.
physician.
See, it was one of Audrey's children. I was a year old. Well, that sounds cool. I don't know that I'd go to the theater to watch it, but I would watch it when it's on a streaming
Yeah,
service.
I think it's gonna look really. I think it looks really good. It's giving um the same vibes as Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, except
I don't know what that is
not
either.
as cutesy. Okay, the reason that I'm thinking about Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is because this seems like a movie that I would go see by myself while Trevin was doing something at work.
I got you. Yes, I wouldn't go see it.
Because
So-
I need you to know, I went and saw Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris by myself while Trevin worked a Saturday morning. I sat in between two grandmas, not even
my
kidding.
gosh.
Two white-haired ladies. I sat in
Did
between
you go
them.
down in the bottom and dance when the music came on?
And we giggled the
Okay.
entire time.
That's
and
funny.
then I got sunburned on our honeymoon, and I got to pick the movie because I was sunburned.
What movie did you pick?
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
You watched it
And
twice?
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it in theaters, and then
You
it
made
was-
him watch it?
Trevin loved it.
Okay,
he was
good.
like,
All
"This
right.
is so heartfelt and sweet." I was like, "I told you."
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
That's how I feel about the commercial from seeing Audrey's Children.
Okay, good deal.
The same vibe.
All right. I have information on a movie coming out.
Okay, pop off. Let's see
The
if it's
Hunger
the same.
Games, Sunrise on the Reaping.
Okay, yeah, that's Haymitch's one.
You've read the book?
No,
Well, then how do you know?
because it's prequel.
Well, yeah. It's about the 50th.
She's doing the quarter quells, is what she's doing. She's doing. Did you read Hunger Games?
No, I don't read them books. No.
Okay,
And I didn't ask for it for one of my 57 books when I turned 57. By the way, Hannah turns 30 in 2 days. Happy
do.
birthday, Hannah.
Thank you, Dad.
Yes.
Sunrise on
You
the
want me to
Reaping.
read the synopsis?
Yeah.
When you've been set up to lose everything you love, what is there left to fight for? As the
Yeah.
day dawns on the 50th annual Hunger Games, fear grips the districts of Pan Am. This year, in honor of the Quarter Quell, twice as many tributes will be taken from their
yep.
homes. There's more, but I figured.
Well, so in Hunger Games, I'm not going to go into like
Right.
all the nitty gritty of it, but
Everybody's
a boy
watching
and a
Hunger
girl from each district is chosen, and they have a person who is one in their district who's like their mentor.
Correct.
And Haymitch, played by Woody Harrelson,
is
in
that the
the
one he
movies,
wins?
that's the quarter quell he wins,
Gotcha.
which was double the amount of people.
Right. So 2 boys, 2 girls
2 boys and 2 girls. And so it's like
from
his
each
story
district. Gotcha. Oh, well, that sounds pretty cool.
of what his Hunger Games was like. Is
right.
what Sunrise on the Reaping, Sunrise on the Reaping.
You ready? It will be our Thanksgiving movie next year.
Sick. 2026.
Yeah, November 20th, 2026.
Speaking of movies that have a
Okay.
2026 release date,
All right.
they have said that Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, is expected to be in theaters June 26, 26.
A month before my anniversary.
I was going to
month and a
say
day.
right around your anniversary.
No, a month before.
And they posted a photo of her. Here's what
I saw it reading the comic book.
Yeah, reading the
Yeah,
comic
but they've
book.
got all kinds of people in there. They've got the character Lobo going to be in it, played
I
by Jason
don't-
Momoa. I mean, not in the comic.
Silly.
They've got,
Silly.
I don't know. I hope it's good.
I do
it's
too.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Supergirl's gritty and tough and angry and no.
She really was that way, though. I think
She was so tender.
the issue is the main star of the story was not Supergirl.
Yeah, it's not.
It's the young girl, and I hope they do that. I hope they do it right by that.
The thing that I hope that they get is like, yes, Supergirl is tough and like fights for justice and like is a little bit grittier than Superman is. I would agree with that. But she also has like such a sweet tenderness to her towards Ruthie.
Gotcha.
Like such a sweet tenderness towards Ruthie.
Well,
That I need it to be there.
I need this to be good.
I need it to be good.
That's all I need.
Yes.
I don't need much. I just need this one to be good.
This one has to be good. Superman can be fine, but this one has to be good.
So today is
Yes.
April Fool's Day.
It is.
Beware of everything that's on the internet.
Yeah.
But something that was on the internet today that seemed wrong is actually true.
What?
So Wizards of the Coast are the people who create the Magic the Gathering
Yes.
cards. And they have done these special sets through a company called Secret Lair. Matter of fact, I bought Nate, our son, one of these sets at one point. They were all the little cute dogs.
Yeah.
So they, like a couple weeks ago, they did a SpongeBob set.
Yes, we talked about it on the podcast.
Okay, today they announced for April Fool's Day
Deadpool.
Deadpool set. Yes. So Wizards of the Coast, they're going to put out there will be a non-foil version, which is $39.99, and a full version, which is $49.99.
Interesting.
And it will launch sometime later this month.
Okay.
And I looked at the card, and it looked pretty cool. Like, the card could do pretty good stuff. I sent a picture of it to Nate. He did not respond.
He's probably
anyway.
busy doing stuff.
I know it. Yeah.
That's fun.
What else
Okay,
you
that's
got?
cool. Sorry, I screenshot the news on my phone.
I printed it out.
Okay. I didn't even know this was happening.
What?
Nintendo announced in its Nintendo Today app that there's a live action film adaptation of The Legend of Zelda that's going to be released in theaters March 26, 27.
Did you get that today?
No.
Okay.
The guy who did Kingdom of the Planets of the Apes is going to be directing it.
Andy Serkis? Did he do that?
Wes Ball.
I don't know who that is.
Is this an April Fool's thing?
That's what I'm saying. Did you get that today? Was that off of today's news?
It wasn't off of today's news, but I
Okay.
did find it today.
All right.
Let's see. Is this real life? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They released
So
it
what are they doing? What are they?
3 days ago.
Do you know what the show is going to be, or what the movie is? What
I
it is?
Don't know anything about it. It's being produced by Nintendo.
Okay.
And Sony Pictures
Live
is going
action, you
to
said?
handle it. It's going to be live action. And it's by Wes Ball, who did The Maze Runner, who did Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
He wants his Legend of Zelda to be, in quotes, this awesome fantasy adventure movie that isn't like Lord of the Rings. It's its own thing. I've always said I would love to see a live action, that wonder and whimsy that he brings to things. I would love to see something like that.
Okay. First of all, ain't nothing gonna be Lord of the Rings, so don't even attempt it.
Mood. But yeah, Legend of Zelda
Guess
movie
what?
coming out 2027.
Guess what I started watching last night?
What?
Oh, of course you know, because I sent you a picture. I sent
Oh,
you a
yeah.
video. The greatest adventure. That's from Lord of the
is
Rings.
what
cartoon.
lies ahead. I tried to do the
so-
vibrato in my text
I
message.
know,
sent
I
you.
did.
you
I thought
see
that
it?
was hilarious.
Okay, good.
McDonald's, in preparation for the new Jack Black Minecraft movie,
Okay,
did you see this?
no.
Is putting out Minecraft movie meals for
Classic.
adults
Yes.
with 6 collectible figures, like Hamburglar as a zombie,
I'm dead. Minecraft
movie meals.
movie meals at McDonald's.
Now, they are going to do Happy Meals with little toys for kids, but they're doing the movie meal for adults with 6, I think it said 6 collectible. I didn't write them down what they were, but there was.
That is wild.
Yeah, here they are. You can get the Grimace Egg, Birdie, Zombie Hamburglar, a McPotion, a Big Mac chest, and a Fry helmet.
That's wonderful.
But they also come with
no.
a matching card that allows you a free download for a new skin on Minecraft.
That's so fun.
Yeah. So
Okay, I need you to know that the promoing that they're doing for this film
it
is
actually looks
excellent.
fun. I couldn't believe I actually said I wanted to go see it.
It looks so fun.
It looks crazy.
Jason Momoa and Jack Black have been doing interviews in these crochet sweaters
Oh my gosh.
because Jason Momoa crochets things in his spare time and asked Jack Black what colors he'd prefer for a
Crochet
cardigan.
sweater. So he crochets. Jason Momoa crochets.
Jason Momoa crocheted both of them sweaters for the
That's
promo
funny.
of
I'll
the
have to look this
Minecraft
up.
movie.
I'm gonna have to look this up. That sounds hilarious.
And they look so cute. It's just so funny. People, this is mean. People are juxtaposing like the Minecraft press to the Snow White press. And are like, we thought this movie was going to be really good and this movie was going to be really bad, but it looks like it's going to be the opposite.
Listen, man, I read something today about the Rachel Ziegler. Is that her name?
Yeah.
And she put some stuff out there on the interwebs about all kinds of stuff. And
I don't know,
and then
man.
like the son of the director went and
Yeah.
said, take that down. And they got into a fight and they're like,
Yeah.
listen, she needs to knock it off because she's wasting. There's a lot of people involved in this movie. And so it's hard to know who to feel for in that, but
I don't know the answer to
I
that
think
question.
it's a dump.
I'm not going to see it.
Me neither.
I'm not going to see it. The last live action I watched was Beauty and the Beast, and it was
It was good. It was
Fine.
okay. It was okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Cinderella was excellent.
Yeah, I don't know what the last live action one I watched was. I'm going to go
it's
see.
probably Lion King, actually, at the drive-in. Don't ever watch that movie at the drive-in. It was
No, it was
garbage at the
terrible.
drive-in.
Lion King at the drive-in. Branded a fool.
Okay.
What else? You got anything else?
I do. Okay. All I did was screenshot the title of this article.
All I did was screenshot. It's all I did. Go ahead. What's the
because
title?
I know that you love Rogue One.
Yeah, I think it's the best Star Wars movie after the original trilogy.
Yes. Yes. Okay. The star of Andor,
Yeah. Okay.
Diego Luna,
Yeah, the guy
says
who's in
that-
Rogue One.
yes, says that everyone should, after season 2 of Andor, should go back and rewatch Rogue One, and that it will be a different viewing experience after season 2 of Andor.
I haven't watched season 1.
I
And
just
everybody's like, I gotta watch it.
I just know how much you love that movie. You love Rogue One, and maybe it would be bad to have your experience of that changed
I don't know.
after Andor. But I just saw that and know how much you love Rogue One, and just wanted you to know that the star of both thinks that it would really add to someone's viewing experience to finish season 2 of Andor.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to watch it eventually. I don't know when.
Eventually.
I just
And the
can't get in.
sun will
Find us all eventually. Eventually.
Is
All
that
right, I got
Naked
one more
Brothers
big
band?
piece. Yeah, that is the Naked Brothers
Hysterical.
band.
Okay, I'm ready.
Star Trek Khan. So we all know Wrath of Khan.
Yes.
Second movie. Which
I saw
is the
this.
best
Is
movie
this
of
a
all time.
TV show or is this a movie?
It is an audio series. They're putting out an audio series sometime later this year that is going to be Khan Union Singh's story. After Kirk in the original series
Yeah.
leaves him on SETI Alpha 5. SETI Alpha 6? SETI Alpha 6? This is SETI Alpha 5! Whatever, the other way around. Anyway.
And his wife gets sick or something.
No, the creature gets in her ear or whatever.
Yeah,
Remember?
man.
So this follows him
Man.
when they land and what happens. I guess when the planet blows up. I can't remember now. I can't remember the line. I have to go back and watch it. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. But anyway, so it's going to be an audio series, which I've never listened to before. I've listened to audio.
I need you to know that I care a lot about audiobooks and the resurgence of audio as a medium has been really, really fun for me.
Okay, good deal.
I think that you could like it, and I think it could be good, especially if they do kind of the way that the dramatic audio does it. Like if it's a true like radio play, I think that could be sick. I think it's really cool that these properties are going back to that. It's fun.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm for it.
I especially like it because like I can drive and listen to it, or I love to craft. And getting started on a cross stitch here soon from my sweet sister's sweet little nugget.
All
And
right.
so I'm excited. That's really cool.
P.S. Our friend Joe Marnick, who is also known as Hero Collage,
Yes.
says that Andor is peak Star Wars. So
Well, okay. Well, you got to watch it then, Dad.
I know. There you go.
Okay. Last piece of news for me.
All right, do it.
Just because I saw this and was like, what? Okay. Do you remember the Ben Affleck movie that came out, The Accountant?
Yes, there's a second one coming out.
There's a second one coming out
Listen, I love the
on
Accountant.
Amazon.
Do you know? Have you ever watched like the comic books that he owns?
Ben Affleck owns which comic books does Ben Affleck
In The
own?
Accountant.
No,
He has all that
what-
money and all that
what-
art and all this stuff. Like at one page, he opens up and there's like I can't remember. I mean, there. I remember watching it, going, what? Like he has like super expensive comics. You know, like Avengers one or Superman one
That's
or
wild.
Action Comics or Detective Comics. He has those because he would get paid in that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm
I
ready for
loved
it.
that movie.
I thought it was great.
That was a fun movie.
It was, and
It was a cool movie. I just liked all
I mean,
of it.
even Anna Kendrick was good in it.
Anna Kendrick is good.
Yeah.
What does
And,
even Anna Kendrick was good in it mean?
And his brother, the guy that plays his brother, he plays the Punisher.
Yeah.
For the life
it's
of
the
me,
same
can't
guy.
remember his name now. Yeah, I can't for the life remember
There
his
are
name.
people that I've seen who have been posting about it and was like, I'm only watching this for the Punisher. And I was
No.
like, Ben Affleck is really good in this.
He's great in it. Yeah, you get the Batman and the Punisher. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, and they're brothers.
And they're brothers.
And they
Yeah.
were roommates.
And they were I'm my father's brother's cousin's nephew's roommate. All right, that's all I got.
I thought that you'd think that that's cool.
That is cool. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Hannah,
Yes.
what have you been listening, reading, or watching?
Or binging. Okay.
Yeah,
So
our binge time.
it's beginning of April, end of March. And
don't know what that means.
I'm married to a sports guy.
Oh yeah. So there you go.
So there's been a lot of March Madness.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to know that I might win the Deem family bracket pool.
What are you? Are you in the first place right now?
I was.
Hey, wait. So who are your final four?
I don't know. Do people have that memorized?
Clue. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Most people do know who their final four is. Yeah.
see, I'm uploading it to see.
I missed one.
Did you miss one?
I had Tennessee beating Houston. So I had Duke, Tennessee,
have-
Florida, and Auburn. So I have 3 out of 4 left.
How many do I have? I have Duke, Alabama.
Nope. You can't have Alabama because Duke beat Alabama's not in it.
Oh,
Final four.
oh,
the
my
last
final
four.
four. Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston.
You had that's them. That's the final four.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna win the bracket. My
That's
bracket,
awesome.
it's literally titled "I definitely know nothing."
And I saw you texted it,
Yeah, it
the
says
family
I
and said, "What
don't
happens if
know
I win?"
anything. And I was like, "What happens if I win?"
And Wally said, "It's pride. It's all pride, baby."
I was like, "That's lame." Honestly, if I win
Okay.
this, something better happen. But yeah, I have Auburn, Florida, Duke, and Houston,
Well, good for you. All
and
right.
I have Florida winning everything
Against who?
against who? I don't know.
Like who does wins between Duke and Houston on your
How
bracket?
can I tell?
Oh, just forget it. This is hilarious. Okay, we'll come back and visit this after it all's done.
I just
That's
thought that was
funny.
funny. So I've been watching
All right.
a lot of basketball. I care 0% and I know nothing about it. So
Okay, good.
it's just fun. I did the Dean bracket pool because I had already made one for my husband's family.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I do that because of my husband's family is because my father-in-law sends updates about how everyone's bracket is doing in the form of limericks.
Nice. How are you doing on that one?
Very bad.
So you didn't use the same one?
No, I made a different one
Okay.
because one uses CBS and the other uses ESPN. And so,
So
I
you
had
didn't
to,
remember?
I was just like, okay.
That's funny.
Things down.
That's terrible.
So watching a lot of sports ball, March Madness. We watched the first couple episodes of Severance.
Oof. can't do
Season
it.
2 of Severance is coming out, and it's really big all over the internet right now.
I know,
People are
I
loving
know.
it.
I know.
And we also started rewatching last Ted Lasso season 1.
Okay. Awesome.
I watched one episode of Severance and then the first couple episodes of season 1 of, I didn't realize this, the scene where Ted is talking to Jamie about practice. It's like, it's
You didn't know that
practice.
was a real thing?
I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
That was really cool
Yeah.
to learn about that.
That was a real thing.
Do you want to guess book count? April 1 book count.
So January, February, March, 3 months, 93.
105.
I was pretty darn close.
Yep, 105 is the book count. I've
Okay.
been really liking Piper Rain audiobooks. I like a duet audio narration if it's not a graphic audio narration,
I don't know
meaning
what
that
that means.
I'm going to tell you, meaning that there are two voice actors, typically a male and a female, and one girl does all of the lady bits and one boy does all of the gentleman bits.
Lady bits and the gentleman bits.
And so that way it's not like, hey,
It's like,
I'm talking to you type
Yeah.
of stuff. I don't like that. That's not cute to me. And I hate it when
not
they
like
do
Robert Ingalls who does like who voices Arwen and Galadriel and all them, but he talks with a higher voice when he does
hate
the
it.
women's part.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
but it's Robert Ingalls. It's great.
I hate it so much.
No.
So yeah, if you're going to listen to an audiobook, I would recommend duet narration, but there's two types of duet narration. This is the one that I hate is when there's a guy and a girl talking and so they sometimes do back and forth chapters. So one chapter in the lady's perspective, another chapter in the gentleman's perspective, going back and forth. If you're hiring two people, just have the gentleman say the dude parts and have the lady say the lady parts rather than having the lady read the lady chapter and talk like this when the boy's talking, and then have the gentleman read the next chapter. And you talk like this when the lady. No, you've already hired two people.
Okay, good deal. Thank you. Everyone, please pay attention to that. From now on, we want lady bits read by ladies and men bits read by men.
Sorry, I couldn't figure out a better way to
That's
say
perfect.
it.
I love
and
it.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
What have you been binging, Dad?
Well, I have been listening to Jesus Christ Superstar
Oh, classic.
on repeat.
Jesus Christ.
Your mom and I are in the midst of watching The Chosen from the very
Chosen.
beginning. So we're doing that. We are I think in season 3 now, and so we watch one a day except on Saturday. So we've been doing that. I have went back and rewatched Station 11 on Max.
You love Station 11.
And you've never seen it.
I haven't. I'm too afraid.
It's not afraid. It's fantastic. It's great. It's not like zombies. There aren't zombies. People just get sick and die.
Perfect.
But you don't really see it. And now I've actually started rewatching The Last of Us.
Ooh. Yeah, and they're getting ready to
ready for-
launch
Yeah, season
2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have
In the
to say-
video game, in the second video game, Joel, which is Pedro Pascal's character, he dies.
So are they going to keep him or are they going to
I don't know. I got a feeling they're keeping him. It's freaking Pedro Pascal.
people love Pedro Pascal. He's having a moment.
Yes. Uh-huh.
He's one of the it guys.
He is. I mean, I think The Mandalorian started it.
Dun-dun, dun,
So,
dun, dun.
yeah, I've been doing that and listening to that. And again, watching a lot of sports ball with your mama.
I'm going to say, tell the rabble to be quiet.
They anticipate a riot. This common crowd is much too loud. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna.
I love Jesus Christ Superstar.
I do too. There's a lot of stuff that is definitely not biblical, but
It's fun.
It's still, it makes you think. Yeah, I love it.
Jesus as a rock singer, as like a tenor rock singer, like a baritone rock singer.
He is either, I think he's I can't remember if it's Murray Head, the guy who sang "One Night in Bangkok," "One Night in Bangkok, and the world's my oyster," which was a really big hit in the mid '80s, or it's Ian Gillan, who is the lead singer of Blue Oyster Cult. No, Fear the Reaper. Need more cowbell?
Yes.
So anyway, one of them is Judas and one of them is Jesus. I just don't remember which
I'm
one's
looking
which.
it up. If you're gonna listen to one,
You listen to the OG.
you got to listen to the one with starring Paul Nichols.
Ian Gillan.
It's starring Paul Nichols.
I don't know who Paul Nichols is.
That's the guy. Paul Nichols is Jesus and Keith Burns is Judas.
No, that's the wrong one.
No, that's the right one, the 20th anniversary.
Well, who's Ian Gillan? Because he's the one who...
Superstar?
Yes.
You're
We are
listening to the
now
wrong
just-
one.
We are now looking at up Google for something when I have the OG album downstairs with the songbook.
It is Ian Gillan. You're right.
And who does he play?
Jesus.
And I think Murray Head is Judas.
Let me look.
Anyway,
Murray Head is Judas. Yeah.
there you go.
This is the one that I listened to. I listened to the 20th anniversary London cast recording.
Okay, I don't listen to that one.
Well,
I listen to the other one.
I should probably download the one that you listen to.
There you go. Well, they're pretty similar. I've listened to that one before. Music's a smidgen different. Music's a smidgen different. So,
Obsessed.
yeah,
This used to be what I would listen to at the beach when I was in high school.
that's hilarious.
It was so weird.
I think that's about all that I've been watching, reading, and haven't really been reading much because I've been putting a lot of comics up for sale. So
Yeah, you have.
yeah. So anyway,
Okay, Pops.
that's it. What?
Pull list.
Which is funny. I just talked about selling comics, and I'm buying more
I'll
comics.
buy more. Trevin needs
I am, as my friend Hector called it, when you bag and board. I'm bagged and bored. So I've cut my list down. But
Good.
So yeah. So what I'll do is my pull list is the comic books that I bought. I'll tell you a independent, a Marvel, a DC, and a new number one in my book of the week.
Indeed.
So here's what we're going to do. These are all, except for one, jumping on points.
Oh, okay. We love.
Yeah. So my independent is from Image.
We are Image stands in this house, Dad.
Yeah, they're going to become one of the big three, I think. I think so. Yeah. I mean, they put out a bunch of stuff. This was not in my pools. I saw it on there, and it's Adventure Man.
Okay.
Family Tree issue 1. So I love the Adventure Man comics. They're very pulpy, if that makes sense.
Yes.
It feels like old, almost like Doc Savage type stuff. So this is the family. They're all girls, all women, and they're with this bookstore. And anyway, and this follows a different one of the sisters. And as she's reading through some of these books, and there are more books about Adventure Man than are supposed to be. So why is that? So something's happening. More stories are being told. And like this is 2 stories overlapping. And yeah, it's really good. I love it. The action's great. The art is amazing. There is a reveal at the end of this book. So apparently I missed a little mini series of Adventure Man where the little boy, the son, is missing. So, but we think the son got sucked into some of the old comics or old stories or whatever. And this was a hint at, he is there and alive. So, yeah. So, yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now, my DC book
Let's go.
this really isn't my favorite DC book of the week.
Okay.
But I did it because it's a big.
Okay.
This is
Big.
Batman.
Okay.
Issue 158, Hush 2. Hush was a Batman.
Okay. Is it issue 158 Hush 2 or is it Batman?
It's Batman
Hush
issue 158. Batman issue 158. The story inside, which is going to last for a little while, is
Okay.
called Hush 2.
Okay.
Hush was a huge comic book in the 90s, late 90s, maybe early 2000s. I can't remember. And it all had to do with a childhood friend of Bruce Wayne and how he wanted to tear him apart and so this is the sequel to Hush. So it's like 20 years later or something. We get this. So the big deal is this is drawn by Jim Lee, who hasn't drawn comics in a while. He is the CFO, CCO, Chief Creative Officer of DC. So like he's in charge. He's the man in charge of DC properties. And he is an artist. He's the one that came to my local store who just called him up and said, my daughter's doing has a horse show at the horse park. And I'm going to be in town one Saturday with nothing to do. Do you mind if I come and sign books? It is cool.
He's just a cool dude.
So this is the beginning of Hush 2. So, yes.
Okay, right on. I hope it's good.
gorgeous, good. Wonder Woman's still so much better. It's awesome. I love the Wonder Woman books. Anyway, so my Marvel book is, I'm sorry, I had to do it. It's Fantastic Four issue 30.
Thor issue 30?
Fantastic Four issue 30.
Oh, okay.
This is following up on the One World Under Doom. What happened in the
Classic.
last issue of One World Under Doom was that Doom, in front of everyone, said, "I can help everyone, and I will help Ben Grimm, who his friend has never been able to help him." And he does his little magic or whatever, and Ben Grimm is no longer the thing. He's lost all of his power.
Did he want that to happen to him?
Well, he has wanted it off and on. He doesn't want it. But it's now he's stuck that way. And this book, these Fantastic Four books have been so good and so heartfelt. It's like he is completely torn apart because he's not who he is. Like someone tries to mug him and his wife, and he goes to stop him, and he puts his hand over a gun because he could, and the guy shoots through his hand. So he just can't handle it. He in this book, he goes to Alicia, his wife's dad, who is a villain of the Fantastic Four called the Puppet Master, who uses this type of clay that he creates, and he can make people do whatever he wants. And Ben Grimm asks him, "Make me happy."
Oh.
It's just so sad. So Ben Grimm's walking around with a big smile, and Alicia, his wife's like, come with me. I know who did this. And so it's him
that's
coming to grips with it.
so-
It's so sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's just, but yeah.
Well, we know that he eventually is going to be Ben Grimm,
100%.
the Thing, again.
At the end, they go to visit her dad in jail where he is, and he's like, he asked me to do this. I didn't do it on purpose. And then they destroy the clay thing, and there's just a picture of him and Alicia.
Oh.
She's holding him, saying, "I love you." So yeah, it's really, really good, really good. So my new number one.
New number one. New number one.
Okay, this is for adults only.
Okay,
only
grown-ups.
adults.
Everyone
Grown-up,
hearing,
everyone
not for your
hearing.
babies.
Yes, this is an Image comic.
Okay.
This is issue 1. We're taking everyone down with us.
Okay. Heyo.
It's a pretty long title. It's interesting. This is like a Bond villain who still has his daughter with him. And he's trying to keep his daughter out of what he's doing as his villainizing. And he's got all these robots that do work for him. And she finds out the evil stuff that he's doing,
And she's big mad.
but he still loves her.
Aw.
And then one of the guys that he was villainizing set off a little tracker, and now the James Bond character
Uh-oh.
is going to come to get them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It is adult.
Yes. How old is his daughter?
I'd say 14,
Okay. Interesting.
13, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
12 to 14, I'd say. Yeah. I've been cutting books off, but I might add this one to it. It is
Interesting.
But
We're taking
it's
everyone down with us.
everyone down with us. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Cool.
it's amazingly good.
Right on.
All right. So, my book of the week.
Book of the week. It's the book of the week.
This is DC Comics. It's
Okay,
it's also
classic.
a number 1.
Okay. Your book.
is-
Okay.
Yeah. It's Absolute Martian Manhunter.
Okay. Interesting.
Do you know who the Martian Manhunter is?
Yes. He
The green guy from
he's
Mars.
the green guy, and he does stuff with Supergirl and Superman.
He's super powerful. He has telepathy. He can shapeshift, right?
Yes.
So this is the absolute universe, which means we don't
I was
really know
gonna say.
what rules they're playing by. This book is a book that you don't want to read digitally
Why?
because the last page, if you read it digitally, you don't get the effect.
Okay.
You have to hold the last page up to the light for the page behind it to shine through it. The art is amazing. Javier Rodriguez. This is written by Dennis Camp, Deniz, who is currently writing two of my favorite books, Absolute, The Ultimates, and Assorted Crises Events.
Okay.
So it's hard to explain what this is. This is about an everyday guy who is like walking through life, and then he can like hear what people are thinking. And when that happens, the colors change on the page, and it's just so amazing. I mean, it's so hard to explain. You almost have to look at it and to appreciate it. But he doesn't know he's the Martian Manhunter.
Uh-oh.
Is he the Martian Manhunter?
Maybe.
Who knows? But I don't know if you can see these colors.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And this right here is the last page. I'm going to show Hannah.
He's gonna show me what the last page looks like.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is the last page. Okay.
Okay.
But
Oh no.
I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if you can see it because I can't really. I don't know if you could see it because I can't really.
Hold it up to the light.
We'll try.
You can kind of
barely
see, you can see the Martian Manhunter behind him.
it. Yeah.
That's
It's really
crazy.
cool how they did that with the book.
That's cool.
Anyway, great, beautiful. Loved it.
Yeah, because he has that red dot on his forehead.
I don't
Martian
know.
Manhunter does. Sick.
I don't know. It's going to be cool. All right.
Okay.
That's the books.
That's so fun.
Hannah and I
Yes!
watched a movie called
The Wild Robot.
Wild Robot. And
Okay.
we watched it on, what did we watch it on?
Peacock. Props
Peacock.
to my dear sweet husband for
Yeah.
picking this. So this is a movie that when it first came out in theaters and we saw the commercials for it, we were like, I don't
Really?
know.
I remember seeing it going, I want to go see this. But I never got a chance.
We kind of made fun of it a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you
Oh,
about it.
man. So this is a movie came out last year, 2024.
It is. We didn't see the trailer. We saw the poster and we were like, "The Wild Robot, that's lame."
Oh, I saw
and
the trailer.
didn't
I thought
see
it
the
was great.
trailer.
Thought it was great.
And then after it had like exited theaters, I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh no, this looked good," and we didn't see it. And I showed it to Trevin, and he's like, "Oh, that does actually look good." And then it was by the same people that did How to Train Your Dragon, which is one of Trevin's favorite movies of all time. And so we watched this actually all together when Trev and I were visiting you and Mom.
Yeah. Do you know this was nominated for 3 Oscars?
No, for what?
Yeah. I don't remember. Just 3 Academy Awards. It didn't
Okay.
win any, but
I'm gonna read the synopsis.
okay, go ahead.
This epic adventure follows the journey of a robot, Rosm Unit 7134, ROS for short, that is shipwrecked on an uninhabited island and must learn to adapt to the harsh surroundings, gradually building relationships with the animals on the island and becoming the adoptive parent of an orphaned gosling.
Okay, that's good. And then he has to do 3 things with that gosling.
Yeah, Roz the robot has to do 3 things.
does
has
3
to feed it,
Remember, teach it to
teach
fly.
it to swim, teach it to
and
fly.
teach it to fly. Those 3 things. Yeah. And it's a pretty good cast in this. Speaking of Pedro Pascal, he plays the fox.
Catherine O'Hara's in it.
I know. Mark Hamill
Mark Hamill is the.
and
Is he the grizzly or is he the
he's the
eagle?
bear. He's the bear.
Who's the
Lupita,
eagle?
I can't pronounce her
Lupita
last name.
Nyong'o.
She is Roz. So this movie is such a heartfelt movie.
Yeah.
I mean, so the robot just wants to do its job, which is to serve. But it can't speak because it gets shipwrecked on this island.
Yep.
And it can't speak because to all the living creatures because they're all animals. So for probably a year, it just
It
sits there
seemed, yeah, for a year it sits there and like takes
and
in.
absorbs all of the animals
Like,
communicating to where she can speak animals.
yeah, she speaks animal,
Yeah, which is funny.
which is
Yeah.
funny.
And the fox character and the robot accidentally kill that was a duck, a goose?
It was a goose.
Okay. The nest.
Yeah, because
and
geese fly in those V
Yeah.
shapes.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. And so only one egg survives, and she then becomes its mother.
Yes. Because the Rosum line of robots is a helper robot. And
Yes.
so the Roz robots need a task. And so she
Yes.
goes to the island and is like, I'm a Rosum such and such helper robot. What task do you need completion? And da 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 da. So she's there trying to get a task. She can't understand the animals, which is why she goes into like a hibernation mode to like suck in information, so that she can and be able to take on their tasks. And so Pedro Pascal, character, what's his character's name? Just the fox. The fox is called Fink. Fink the fox.
Think the fox. Yeah.
And so Fink is like, oh, well, you have to help this baby now, like survive and go migrate when it becomes wintertime. And so it's early spring, and so she does that with the baby.
Yes.
It is. I cried the entire time.
It has a lot of. I mean, what's the baby's name?
Bright Bill.
Bright Bill. Bright Bill is a runt who probably would not have lived if.
And they literally say that
Yeah, they say
in
that
the movie. Bill Nighy's character, who's like grandpa.
He's the grandpa goose or whatever.
His
The old
name is
wise
Long
goose.
Neck.
Long Neck. So the other geese make fun of him. It's sort of like
High
a little
school.
bit, yeah, or like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for
Yeah.
that part. They all make fun of him.
It
and
was
they don't want him
giving
to be
Happy
part of it.
Feet to me.
Very much so, yeah. But when it all came down to it, because of his size, he was much more maneuverable and able to help them when
Yeah.
they had to fly south for the winter. So,
I don't want to spoil it too much because part of the things that make it so beautiful and so profound are like the kind of like twists and turns that it takes.
well, watching this from the beginning that somebody's going to come looking for this robot.
Yeah, no, 100%. I don't mean that. I mean
Right.
the like what happens over the winter months.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil that too much just because, oh man, that was so tender.
It was very pretty to watch. Let me say that first of all. It felt like an old school Disney film.
It was
almost.
beautiful animation style. It felt like
Watercolor almost.
yeah. Did you ever watch the Pixar short, the Paperboy or the Paperman?
I don't remember.
It was
So
the
it didn't
short
stick in my head
where
if I
it was a
did.
short where the man is throwing airplanes at this girl trying to get her attention.
Oh, I did see it, but I don't remember it. I'd have
It's
to
like
rewatch
that
it.
animation style
Okay.
in my mind. But when that was created, when the Paperman animation was created, the technology was thus that they couldn't add color to it because like the computers were doing so much work.
Yeah.
But the colors are beautiful. The island is so beautiful. The nature is so beautiful to observe. The casting was excellent.
Yeah, the voice acting was great.
The voice acting was so fun.
I like the beaver. He was probably one of my
The
the
beaver
quirky little side character. That
was
fun.
Matt
In and out.
Berry, who is an actor and comedian who was a really funny character on the IT Crowd, and he also did. He was on the show What We Do in the Shadows, which is about
Oh yes. That, I remember who
most
he is. He's one of the.
devious gentleman in New
He's-
York
yes.
City. That guy.
He's the one who had the familiar with him.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. That show's hilarious.
So the casting is really great. The voice acting is really good. It is a beautiful depiction of adoption,
I was getting ready to say adoption.
of
Community.
community and found family. It's a beautiful
And
description.
fighting for that.
Yeah. Learning from the
adapting.
people. Yeah, learning and adapting and taking in
Appreciating.
what other people do and what other people's like strengths.
And, it's like that the book about David and Goliath, where you take your weakness and make it your strength.
Yeah.
Which is what happens for Bright Bill. You know,
Yeah,
his weakness is actually is his strength.
he's taught by Thunderbolt, who is it Ving Rames?
You would know him, Hannah. He's
I'm
in
looking at him. Yeah, he's Mission Impossible. He's excellent
Yeah,
in Mission
Vin
Impossible.
Rames.
Vin Rames. I was gonna say I don't know how to say his name. Thunderbolt is like a falcon.
Yes. Oh, I
And
forgot. That's him. Yes.
Thunderbolt is a
He's
falcon.
trained by a falcon.
And so Bright Bill is told, like his adopted mother, Roz the robot, is told by Longneck, the patriarch of the goose colony.
He's got to be able to fly.
He's got to be able to fly, and he can't stop. His wings are not going to keep up with us unless he trains. You do not let him set a foot on the ground.
Yeah.
And so she gets the Falcon, the Hulk, whatever.
Yes.
She gets
train him.
to train this goose. And he is so proud of like what he is capable of.
Yes.
And like it's
I
like
forgot that.
you think these wings aren't strong. It's like watch me do all of these things. Which I think I don't know. I think that that's a very beautiful like concept of like learning from people that are similar than you, but like
Different.
seeing like
Yeah.
that's something that other people say is like a weakness of yours, like is a strength.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what
you were
yeah.
saying. I just and like that like training montage.
Yeah.
Was
This is
just
definitely
so
a
good.
purchase movie.
We bought this.
You already bought it?
Yeah.
And
I
know it's good when your mom says, I'd like to watch that again.
Goodness.
I know.
Catch me weeping
It was very
while we
it was
watched.
very good.
When I start shaking my hands back and forth in front of my face, I'm
Oh
about
my
ready
gosh.
to ugly.
Jeez Louise.
Trevin was like, "Stop."
Hannah, stop it. Yeah, I know. That's funny.
It's too good. The part where there's a scene and so throughout the movie, Roz is like learning how all of these different like animals like move. And there's a scene where
yes.
she like does all of these different movements. Which I think is really tender. Oh, Ed wants to know what we're talking about. We're talking about the wild robot. It's just so tender.
Yes, it is a definite watch, Ed, if you've not seen it. Currently to stream, it's on
Peacock.
Peacock.
We might not have bought the movie. Trevin bought it's a trilogy. And
What?
It's a book. Like the Wild Robot is a book.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know it
series.
was a book. I did see that.
It's a trilogy. So we have the box set of the 3 Wild Robot
Of the book.
books.
Awesome. Well, I'm purchasing the movie for sure. And we don't purchase movies, but this is a great.
This is
great
this is a movie that you have on DVD.
Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, I loved it, and you know, the end is. I
Up in
can't.
the
I don't
air.
want to. I don't want to explain. I don't want to give it away.
I don't. Yeah, we
but-
don't want to spoil it, but the
Right.
end is good.
So wait, who was the bad robot? Who voiced the robot at the
The bad
end?
robot was Stephanie Sue, the girl who was
Oh yeah, the girl from Everywhere, Everything, All at
the
Once.
Everything Bagel girl.
Yes. That's right. I remember.
That creepy robot was a
Creepy.
creepy robot.
Creepy robot.
Okay, and let me also say
Why?
for parents
Why
out
can't
there,
you talk like this?
this is a PG movie. Like there is peril in this.
There is peril. That is
There-
true.
There are like laser guns,
Pew pew.
but like they're like look like guns.
Here's
They
the
act
deal.
like I mean, there's
Yeah.
it's
Right,
PG.
right. It's PG. So watch it and then watch it with your kids if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fantastic movie.
Like know that there's death. Know that there's peril.
It's not. I mean, it's
It's
still-
not worse than Bambi.
Oh gosh, no. Or Godzilla meets Bambi.
Is that a movie? Oh, you're
It's like about a 3-minute short. Look it up on YouTube.
not gonna Google that.
It's just
That sounds
Bambi
awful.
eating and the soft music and the credits rolling,
Then
and all of a sudden
Godzilla.
a foot just comes down and squishes Bambi. That's it.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
funny.
now no one needs
right,
to watch that.
so there we go.
I would.
I would give it 5 small geese duck eggs.
Oh no.
No.
I was gonna
That's
say
bad.
like 5 out of 5 like well done stickers.
Oh, yes. She gives stickers out. That's the sweet thing at the beginning. Here's your sticker. It was
Here's
well
your
done.
sticker.
Well done.
Job well done. Job well done.
Well
and all
done.
these
It gives
animals
her-
are like,
with,
oh, you're
walking around with
killing me.
stickers all over them. Yes. 5 job well done stickers.
Man,
That's right.
it's so good.
Yeah.
There's some commentary there about like humans like use of technology and like what we're doing to
I'll
our
tell you what
planet.
surprised me was the fact that there was an unspoiled island that nobody had nothing
Yeah.
built on.
Honestly.
I'm like, where is the all-inclusive resort on that island? That's what I want to know. Does Bill Gates not own that island? I don't know. Anywho, yeah.
Well, and I was shocked by
what
my
was
thought
that?
was
The
like
Gulf of America? See what I did there?
my guess was like this was some sort of nature reserve, but then this other robot comes and like destroys everything.
You weren't gonna give everything away.
Oh,
She doesn't destroy the whole island. She does
she
not.
doesn't. She doesn't.
She does cause a little bit of havoc. What?
Roz. Oh, it's so good.
Okay, there you go.
I would
guys.
recommend everyone should watch this.
Yes,
You
It's
don't have
probably
to have
some of the
kids
best.
to enjoy it. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Some of the best. What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was really good.
This was one of the
some
best cartoons
animation
that I've seen in a minute.
in a while. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty rough on Inside Out too. But now that I've thought about it more, I'm not as rough on it, but
I still haven't watched it.
it's okay. Yeah.
I think that I will. Did you watch
Give me a favor.
the Element movie that came out?
No. Did I?
I don't know.
I don't
Did we
think
talk about
so.
it?
Yes, I watched it. I did not like it.
The part at the very end had me weeping.
I didn't like it.
The big bow,
Well, it was weird.
catch me crying in the club.
They're just, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fair. We'll
didn't
talk
like
about
it.
it. We'll talk about it later.
All right. So
okay,
anyway,
Friends.
that's it. Friends.
We would
Romans,
10 out of 10 recommend this movie.
100%. 10 out of
11
10.
out of 10, honestly.
Speaking of,
Yes.
I don't know if I told you this or not.
What?
But we are Spinal Tap. Do you even know what that is?
No.
It is a rockumentary, fake.
No.
It's sort of like, yes, that is hilarious. Hilarious. Anyway, it's been like 30 years, maybe longer. They're doing a sequel.
I'm dead.
And because the big thing about it is that our music is so loud, we're 11 out of 10. And they're like, why don't you just make 11 on your dial? So anyway, the new movie has them turning it all to 11.
11,
on
I'm
the
dead.
picture. So anyway, yeah.
A mockumentary.
That's
Dad.
right. Ed says a mockumentary. And it's hilarious.
So funny.
Okay, anyway.
We were quoting, I just need you to know before we end today, and everyone else needs to know that we quoted Spaceballs. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. We quoted that.
When?
Spaceballs. My husband and I were quoting it over
I love Spaceballs. And they're supposed to be making a sequel. Josh Gad. And even Quest for More Money.
I'm not mad. I'll be watching. Is that literally what it's called?
I don't know. That's
Spaceballs
what
2, the quest for more money. That would be hysterical.
There was a joke in the first Spaceballs where they go to see Yogurt, who is Mel Brooks. And he says, Spaceball 2, something for more money. I can't remember exactly what it was. Yeah.
Iconic.
It's merchandising.
Okay.
All right. Wrap it up.
Friends, thanks for hanging out with us. Hey, our intro music is performed and composed by Brockwell Nason. You can check him out anywhere you listen to music. My dear sweet brother made our art in Microsoft Paint. Thanks for doing that for us, bud. It looks excellent. I edit and upload our podcast, and Dad maintains our YouTube page.
Yeah. And if you go get one comic book at all, go get Absolute Martian Manhunter #1. It's gorgeous and cool.
Right on.
And until next time, we will
catch you on the
flippity flop.
Bye, friends.
Bye, guys.